the recent victories for Banvit and Tenerife. Of course, Banvit overcoming Oldenburg, EV Baskets Oldenburg. Then they beat MHP Reason with that dramatic Jordan Theodore shot at the buzzer, on aggregate rather. They gave him a 6-point win in Germany. And then, of course, Banvit coming from behind to be what can only be described as an awesome AS Monaco team in the third place game anyway. They won that one to get to the final. Iberostar Tenerife, well, this has just been a team that's been on fire all season long. And what a tremendous, tremendous story they've been for Spanish basketball, for European basketball. They are the host here. We see the third place score earlier tonight, 91-77 for AS Monaco, winning over Monterrey Venezia. Congratulations to those two teams for having a great basketball Champions League season. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Lloyd Gardner. And Lloyd, the lights have been dimmed, which suggests the trophy is now going to take center stage. This is what these two teams are getting ready to go for, this rather nice piece of hardware that you'd like to have on your coffee table.
Absolutely, this is what it's all about, as you said, Jeff. We've gone through the regular season, playoff qualifiers for some teams, round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and now we're here today to see who will be crowned the first Champions League winners. For Banvit, it's all about the one man, Jordan Theodore, number 25. How will Tenerife slow him down? He has been so good this year, the MVP of the season, and rightly so. For Tenerife, completely different. They had two players in that All-Star 5, but they are all about team play rather than individual brilliance.
Chus Vidareta has done a magnificent job, as has Sasho Filipovsky for Banvit. You know what? Their mantra has been refuse to lose all season long. It's that type of attitude which has allowed them to be among the best teams in Turkey. That famously won the Turkish Cup already this season. And for Iberostar Tenerife, they've just moved from strength to strength all season long. They've slowed up a little bit in Spain of late, but I think most of the people in this arena will tell you that they are the favorites to win this. And this Banvit team has got its work cut out, but if any team can kind of beat the odds and go out and get a big win on the road in hostile territory, I think it might be Banvit.
Yeah, I mean, Banvit come from Turkey. There's some intimidating atmospheres you have to get through in the Turkish domestic league. So I don't think they'll fear coming here to Tenerife, but it is a difficult place to play. Tenerife are an exceptional team as well. As you said, they've gone through some hard times last couple of weeks in the ACB, but they've been up there, you know, fighting with everybody else in Spain, the top of the ACB, and that shows you the quality of play that they have, despite the fact that, you know, arguably they don't have any of those true individuals, a person that can change the game, perhaps in a way that Jordan Theodore can.
Well, that was Sasho Filipovsky. And of course, Theodore, the MVP of the competition. Sharona is here tonight, again, wearing the wedding dress. And really, Nico Ricciotti, the captain there. It's the early part of the season through injury. We can expect him to start again tonight. Mamadou Niang, the impressive youngster, didn't get to play the other night, but he's certainly one to watch for the future Farron Bastos. Iberostar Tenerife, who brought in Tariq Kirksey there late in the season, you know, they do have talent. They probably don't get recognized enough for the talent that they have. Tim Abramitis, you know, these are players that could play really for any team. And what makes them successful for Chus Vidareta is that they play as a team. And it's that teamwork that you've noted that really prevents any of them from just rocketing ahead by averaging these monumental points averages throughout the season. It's that team play. They share the ball. They don't care. The only stat that matters for this team is that final scoreline stat.
Absolutely. We said the whole is greater than the sum of the parts for Tenerife for me. You know, they do have great players. I don't mean to take away from the individuals that they do have, but their team play is simply superb. They have one player that averages double figures in the Basketball Champions League, two players only that average double figures in the ACB, and so that shows you the strength and depth that they have. Dornekamp is the only man to average double figures in both competitions. but they have 8 players on their roster that average between 5 and 10 a game.
So Panyanis Anastopoulos, Sheridan Dozai, and Marek Simichwitz, and they will be doing the refereeing tonight. That's a party atmosphere, isn't it? It's rather festive. No surprise, La Hamburguesa is accustomed to that. That's the name of this arena, La Hamburguesa, the hamburger, because it looks like a hamburger, especially if you fly over it. The Pabellón de Deportes de Tenerife, Santiago Martín. And here we are, just 3.5 minutes away from this start of this final. Edu Muric has had his struggles. Gediminas Orlek, Gasper Vidmar, Jeremy Chappelle, Jordan Theodore. That's the starting 5. I really think certainly in that game the other night on Friday, Jeremy Chappelle was the unsung hero of that game. He came out and made crucial plays in that third quarter when the game really turned for Sasho Filipovsky, the head coach.
Yeah, I talked about Jordan Theodore, but those 4 other starters have important roles to play. And also don't forget Furkan Korkmaz off the bench. He was the X factor in the fourth quarter. He's a great 3-point shooter. If he can get going for Banvit, he just gives them another weapon on top of Orlek, Vidmar and Theodore, who are perhaps the 3 lead scorers.
Well, Rodrigo San Miguel, Will Hanley, Marius Grigonis, Georgios Bogers, and Aaron Dornekamp. So, in fact, Ricciotti is not starting tonight. Interesting that Will Hanley did start the other night, didn't get that many minutes, and the same with Ricciotti. Dornekamp and Bogers making the all-league team, first team, and Chus Vidoreta there, the veteran coach. I think you would probably say a lot of people would agree with you that maybe Vidoreta or Filipovsky would be regarded as the top coach in this Basketball Champions League this season.
Yeah, I think Vidoreta will probably get the nod. It's an interesting starting lineup for him. You know, I expected him almost to go the other way, go smaller, but be able to play Theodore in that backcourt with multiple guards. He's gone bigger, so it'll be interesting to see. The high pick and roll is the tactic that is used a lot, either the high pick and roll or the drag screen out transition for Jordan Theodore, and going bigger for Tenerife. How are they going to guard it? I'm not sure they can switch some of those other players on to guard Jordan Theodore and have him expose them one-on-one from the perimeter. So it'll be really interesting to see. I think this is going to be a fantastic battle for so many reasons. The individual play, the key matchups on either side. You know, how's Bogris going to slow down Vidmar? The coaches as well. It's just absolutely fascinating.
So here you see Tim Evermitis had the great game, the semifinal the other night, 19 points, 17 in the first half, going up against Jordan Theodore, who just really has, maybe he didn't shoot as well as you would expect the other night, but he always ends up with a double-double, doesn't he? Or he always ends up making something memorable in one of the games that he plays in, whether it's putting a difficult first half behind him and come out in the second half, hitting a game-winning shot. And, you know, he's been the best player in the league all season. He's the MVP.
He comes into the final on a 12-game streak of double figures. Last time he didn't reach double figures in the Basketball Champions League, game day 6 in the regular season. And do you know why he didn't reach it in that game? He played 10 minutes the entire game. So he plays a lot of minutes. So that perhaps boosts his stats a little bit. But we saw how good he is at playing with foul trouble, why he's able to play so many minutes. And you can almost put, you know, 10 points, 7 assists in the bank for Banvit when Jordan Theodore's on the floor.
He's going to let it all hang out, folks. Jordan Theodore saying even before the Final Four, when we spoke to him, he's like, you know what? We're going there to get a trophy. Don't write off Banvit. Well, hello everybody, basketball world, wherever you're watching it, whenever time it is in your part of the world. It's the early evening here in Tenerife, which is one of the Canary Islands off the coast of, well, way off the coast of southern Morocco. It's the Basketball Champions League. It's the inaugural season, and we are at the climax. The final between Banvit in green and Iberostar Tenerife in yellow. And it's Banvit with Jasper Vidmar that has won the opening tip. Now, Gediminas Orlik, he was crucial in that last game. He's backing up Dornekamp. And a little bit of fadeaway. The Lithuanian misses. And the ball goes out of bounds. Vidmar kept it alive. And they'll get a new 14.
That's the advantage of the bigger lineup. It takes away the threat of, the physicality of Chappell in the lane and that post game of Orlik as well. Edo Muric has got to step up for me today.
Yeah, Edo Muric really struggled in the last, and he's had some season-long struggles. And for a Slovenia international, he's got to step up. Gediminas Orlik, three, and that was too long, and Muric sneaks in there, gets the rebound. And you know the Banvit don't want to run. They want to control the tempo of this game. Theodore forces his way in. Now here they go. They're off to the races. And San Miguel brings it back out. What an electric environment. This is La Hamburguesa. How do you like your hamburger, your La Hamburguesa? Spicy? Well, it is. Bogris from the line. And Chappell goes up, an impressive rebound from him. Theodore gets his way in the lane. Vidmar. Orlik again. And is there a foul or travel?
Foul.
And they have called the nudge from San Miguel. So Orlik goes to the line for a potential three-point play.
Defensively, I don't like the start of Tenerife, I've got to say. Jordan Theodore's getting in the lane at will already 3 times. He's kicked it out once to a three-point shooter who wasn't quite ready. He hit Jasper Vidmar for a layup. He wasn't ready either, but, I don't think you can let Jordan Theodore into the lane that easily in this game because he's not going to stop. It's not like he's going to be the teams we saw yesterday where he'll have a great first quarter. He will do it all game long.
Interesting, they want to get Orlik going quickly here. So he's got the first 3 points. Now Grigonis for 3. Good! So the 2 Lithuanians have come out and scored the first points of the game.
Tenerife just got so many interchangeable pieces. Grigonis, Hanley, Dornekamp can all change spots so easily.
And now Dornekamp sneaks in there and takes it away. Dornekamp is an absolute pest on defense, and that is a big praise for him. San Miguel misses the long 3, and then the reach and the foul by Grigonis. Here's Grigonis. He played at the Olympics for Lithuania. Just kind of at the start of what looks like a great career. But his career's been really going up, and up since he's come to Spain. He's been here for a few years.
I see Muric be a threat there. It's nice to get it inside to Vidmar.
Vidmar got to where he wanted, but he didn't finish. And Bogris did a good job of just not fouling. Now Chappell picks up the foul on Grigonis. Now, depth is clearly where you would think Iberostar Tenerife have a huge advantage. They don't really go that deep to their bench in terms of minutes. They might play 8 or 9 guys, but 7 guys will play the majority of the minutes. Grigonis. Ball goes out of bounds. So you wonder if Iberostar Tenerife, well, we know they are. They're going to try to wear him out. But it ain't easy.
No.
And Fedoretta said as such. He's like, listen, they're used to playing like this. They're in the final.
That's exactly it. I mean, Vidmar will interchange with Kulik. The other 4, Muric will go out and Korkmaz comes in. That's about it. Orlik, Theodore, Chappell play a lot of minutes.
Well, Orlik played the entire game in the semifinal, and Theodore did all but 3 seconds. Shot clock winding down, and again, Vidmar doesn't score.
Tenerife giving up that three-point shot to Muric. He's got to try and step up, or he'll have to go out early, get Korkmaz in.
And Dornekamp, or Hanley rather, travels. And Vidmar falling back. A little bit of frustration coming from him, number 14. Was he wanting the charge to be called?
No. I think he's frustrated at the two misses offensively. Yeah. 2 point back opportunities for him.
Theodore, and another rebound. This one goes in for Vidmar, the putback.
We saw an incredible defensive intensity with Tenerife on Friday night. We have not seen that here in the first 4 minutes. You know, no physicality, no pressure on the ball in any shape or form.
San Miguel gets it to Dornekamp, long jump shot. And Gregonis, that was a terrific rebound from him. San Miguel, good! Rodrigo San Miguel.
That might fire up the crowd though. So if that inspires his defensive end for Tenerife.
Theodore again in the lane, bounce pass this time, Moric misses. Ball kind of slipped out of his hands, I think.
1 on the clock, it doesn't know. Oh, it's a kick.
Goodness gracious. The ball rocketed into the stands. It was kicked.
Well, the thing was, there was only 1 second to go on the shot clock. And now they've got a fresh full team.
Bogers comes out, Fran Vasquez comes in. And you have 2 distinctly different centers that have 2 different things, with Bogers going out and Vasquez coming in. Vasquez probably much more of a shot blocking.
Yeah. I mean, he'll help with this penetration. Again, Theodore into the lane so easy. Muric misses the layup. I don't believe Banvit will keep missing these opportunities, although the introduction of Vasquez will help defensively for Tenerife. The only problem is he's got to step out and guard Theodore. They can't just give up the jump shot. Well, they're dicing with depth defense. Simply Tenerife. It's worked so far.
San Miguel's just knocked in 1 3. He's going to look for another one. Gregonis, it's online. It's good!
Wow.
I think in terms of pure talent, he might just be the best player out there. I mean, he has got a beautiful stroke.
Yeah.
Offensive foul. Turns it back over.
He is fired up as well. I said, where's the energy, the passion for Tenerife? He's bringing it right now. The crowd's into it too.
See the 3-point sign from him. First foul. The foul was on Orlick. He didn't pick up his first foul the other night. So I think the 4th quarter. He was like the only player that didn't get into foul trouble for Banvit. It's a tough matchup for Chappelle on Gregonis. Oh, look at the alley-oop, and just Vasquez could not quite get his hands on it. That is dangerous right there. Gregonis looking very good. Abramitis in the game, by the way. Almost a travel. Orlick get it to Moric, and Moric gets rejected.
That's what Vasquez does, isn't it? Jams up the inside. Watch out. Gregonis gets some space here. Oh, they've got a mismatch. Theodore won't want to foul.
Dornekamp recognizes it, has nowhere to go. Vidmar, boy, what terrific defense that was.
Yeah, that's twice he's done that. He did it on Gregonis earlier as well. Helped and got deflected the pass.
And boy, that again is great job from Vidmar establishing position.
He's played really well so far, Vidmar. I know he hasn't scored, misses a couple of easy opportunities, but help defense down here, highest of levels, and doing what he does.
He's playing at captain's minutes.
Yeah. It's going to be the high screen. Here it comes.
Orlick, it's online. Nope. Got a lot of rim, stayed out. Didn't get any love from the iron. Gregonis, intercepted by Orlick. He's off to the races and lays it up and in.
I think Devin White needs to come in the game in a minute for Tenerife. Just has worn Theodore down a bit now, bringing that explosion off the bench that he can bring.
Devin White just looking on right now from behind the referee over there. Here he comes. He's going to come with Kirksey. In the meantime, Edo Muric doing a good job defensively on Thornekamp, but Vasquez has that soft touch.
I think you got to give the shot to Vasquez. Vidmar challenged it. Vasquez just happened to make it. The offense was just too good on that situation.
Theodore rejected by Vasquez.
He is. I mean, that's twice, isn't it? He's just erased the penetration. Vasquez, great job from him.
Well, we talked about what he does well. He just kind of says, no, this is not going to happen in here while I'm in the game. Okay, going to out, Thornekamp out. Quiet start from Thornekamp. Gavin White checks in. And Kirksey, who's a savvy veteran.
One's small here, though, so it'll be interesting to see can Chappelle get on the glass or use the kind of physicality he has over Devin White.
Orlik for three. And look at Vidmar. I mean, one green shirt amongst the yellow ones. That time he doesn't get it. Wouldn't say he's a great rebounder, but he's fighting in there.
But again, that's the team play of Tenerife, just out-crowding him. 4 guys in there rebounding, group effort from them.
Abramitis. Remember, he had 17 first-half points the other night against Venezia. And Kirksey puts it up and in. Right at the end of the shot clock.
Great defense from Orlik. Abramitis made the second move, just got a little bit of a step.
Theodore needs to see the ball go in the basket. Passes over to Chappelle. Count it!
In the same way, I think Devin White, valuable for Tenerife. Look for Kulik to come in soon for Banvit as well. Just his three-point threat, or even Korkmaz, who's going to the bench just to free up the middle a little bit more than for Theodore now.
Gavin White for three.
That's what he does. He's a scoring punch. So creative off the dribble. Devin White gets into the lane, or he can knock it down off the pick and roll for three. It's a three-point shooting. It's the difference right now, isn't it? Lights out from Tenerife from beyond the three-point line.
Well, we saw Chappelle hit one. Maybe we'll have another one here. Although he's got White on him now. Here's Muric. Vidmar, offensive rebound. That is a man's rebound right there.
Yeah. He's played great. You know, I was just saying, I think Banvit, you take him out, you put Kulik in, and Vasquez can't just hang around the paint as much, though, to block shots and help the way he was in the penetration from Chappelle that time. So it'll be a different game when Kulik comes in, but now it's the Korkmaz is the sub. So where they've been helping off Ido Muric, now you can't do that off Korkmaz because he's such a good shooter when he has his feet set.
This could be a difficult matchup for Korkmaz, guarded by Kirksey. And 3 seconds violation. The only reason why I say that is because Kirksey knows how to play the game, doesn't he? But on the other hand, the athleticism.
Yeah, I think at this level, at this moment in time for Korkmaz, you know, he's the threat, the spot-up shooting threat. And Kirk said whether he can help and still have the speed to recover. Back to Korkmaz.
Chappelle up high now, Gavin White. Vasquez set the screen. Gavin White. Now Farron Bassis, one of the point guards in the game. And what defense by Chappelle. So tough pass by Bassis, but we saw him make that alley-oop pass the other day to Vasquez. But
watch out, the pick and pop with Kulik here.
Shot clock while traveling is the call on Chappelle.
Just a rush, a little Banvit, rare mistake. Rotate a couple more passes. You see, Coach Filipowski is not a happy man. That's because Chappelle tried to penetrate when he had open players. If he just made a couple of passes, they'd had the wide open three.
Well, we're going to see a player that didn't get in the other night. And Theodore's going to check out of the game to get a breather. So we know he's not going to play 40 minutes tonight. He needs a breather. And great defense and forced a turnover. What an inspired substitution. And Mutlu played so well that he's going to find himself going right back out of the game for Theodore, who's the preferred offensive. But that's what you call, it's little things that you can do that are very important. If they get a basket here, that could be a real momentum changer for Banvit. Ricciotti comes back out of the game, and Kirksey goes back in to guard Korkmaz, who obviously is a good three-point shooter.
Got 2 seconds. So where will they go?
I think Coach Villaretta's
no fouls to give either.
Chappelle, he gets the shot off, and that was a very important play, potentially, at the end of the first quarter. Remember that, folks. Mertan Mutlu comes in for Theodore, makes a defensive play, gets the ball back for his team, and Chappelle hits the jumper. But it's still Iberostar Tenerife leading it by 4 at the end of 1.
I'm going to say, if I'm Banvit, I'm pretty comfortable, even down 4 right now. I don't think they played at all well. And I think the things that probably worried them coming in, they haven't been a problem at all. You know, Theodore's in the lane. We've said we know he's going to get his double digits. He's going to create. In the first quarter, he's 0 for 4 with 1 assist. That's going to change. In fact, you know, that's not the job of Tenerife on him. That was simply just didn't quite work for Banvit in that quarter. So if I'm Tenerife, I'm probably a little bit more concerned right now. I don't think they've got the physical effort they had yesterday defensively. Yesterday against Monaco,
Against
Venezia, they were so physical. You know, they really did play great defense. They gave away nothing easy. They almost look like they're given a bit more respect to Banvit and the way they're able to play offense.
I don't think we've seen Tim Abramitis even attempt a shot yet. And, of course, he came off the bench.
Well, the difference, you know, they've only taken 10 shots in the game.
But it's your point is the defense. It's not so much the offense. It's how they're trying to get after him defensively.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, that's what Banvit would have expected.
Yeah.
They would get after him defensively.
Yeah.
What they have been able to do, though, is so far Theodore has been relatively quiet. And he hasn't scored a point. He has been able to pass the ball, get penetration, as you said. So Korkmaz is going to guard Kirksey as he inbounds it.
Tenerife have only taken 10 shots in this first quarter. The thing is, they made 4 threes. They're 4 for 5 for three-point range, and that's why they've been scoring. If they hadn't have hit those threes, it was a very slow first 10 minutes for them, even though they've got the lead right now.
So Kulig is in for Gasper Vidmar. He's a Poland international center, so or power forward, don't think that he can't play coming off the bench. He's a very good player, and he played exceptionally well against Monaco. Oh, nice pass from White, but then Korkmaz just knocks it away. Theodore Korkmaz. Pass over to Kulig. It's no good, and Orlik kept it alive.
So another one is a great shot for Banvit. I mean, they couldn't get a better one. Wide open. Kulig has that range. And another miss.
And another foul. From a tempo standpoint, though, you like how this game is being played for Banvit. And one reason why is because of the approach defensively of Iberostar Tenerife, but they can turn it up a notch.
I think everything's working for Banvit right now. Tenerife, though, they have the potential to change the game, so that's the difference.
Bounce pass, well, they're going to get another jumper attempt. Vasquez and Orlik, look at Kirksey in there, making the veteran play. Get it back to Bassis. And you know what? Tariq Kirksey, I'll tell you what, he doesn't get up like he used to, but boy, he just knows how to play the game, doesn't he? He just took that ball right away.
For sure, and if you're going 5 for 6 for 3, you don't have to make too many shots shooting at that percentage.
And Theodore was able to get the shot off. and draw a foul, desperate perhaps to see the ball go in the basket, will earn the trip to the line.
Well, what we know about Jordan Theodore from Friday.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, Orlick's got to do better there.
Yeah, he just didn't know he was there, did he? Great play from Kirksey. What we know about Jordan Theodore from Friday is if he's struggling from the field, he finds a way to get to the line. So he contributes points even though he's not making his jump shot or not making field goal. Gets the line, keeps it ticking over for his team, keeps them in touch and distance when they were down, or is able to push that lead out when they start to get in the lead.
And that was exactly right. I mean, against Monaco were just laying the wood to them. And if Banvit had not been able to get to the free throw line, as you said, as they did in the first half, they just could not function offensively.
That's why Jordan Theodore is so consistent, because even when he has bad shooting days, he still contributes points and assists for his team.
And so far, he's not really having a bad shooting day because it's still early.
It's 0 for 4, though.
Oh, I guess he is. Yeah, 0 for 4. 0
For him, that's a very bad day.
Alley-oop, and Vasquez plays the game above the rim.
He's changed the game since he come on. Hit the jump shot, finished on the pick and roll now. Defensively, he's been superb as well.
Look at Theodore using the screen. Bounce pass and good recovery from Farron Bassett. Yeah, I guess 0 for 4 is pretty bad. 0 for 2? No. But Chappelle, nope, that's off to the left. He missed that one badly, but so badly that Orlick was able to get the rebound, but then he missed the putback. Abramitis. You can see Javier Beirant sitting there at the end of the bench, injured, unable to play. There's Theodore. They lost him in the regular season. There you go. Tariq Kirksey again knocked the ball away. Another play by him. Davin White gets the offensive rebound. And things starting to look a little bit better here for Iberostar Tenerife. Look at Tariq Kirksey, and the veteran just knows how to do it.
The veteran influence of Kirksey and Vasquez has been superb. That's a case in point. We'll have a timeout here of Tenerife basketball. They get the steal, they take the quick three, but they get the offensive rebound again. Defense gets back, and you almost breathe a sigh of relief if you're Banvit, thinking you're okay. But then straight away, what happens? Kirksey recognizes wrong man's guarding him, goes into the post, bam, low post and one. And Banvit just kind of, they thought they had him, they thought they were back, but just the speed of thought of Tenerife is so good.
Well, 5 of 7 from three-point range for Iberostar Tenerife. And I think it was 2, definitely 1, if not 2, came after offensive rebounds.
And the percentages, you know, that sums up a lot. I think Banvit have got great shots, but they've shot it really badly from the field. You think about a lot of clean looks that they've had. Orlex had a couple of threes he missed that he could have made on another day. Chappelle committed the travel. Theodore's missed a couple. Kulik missed that open look. I think that Banvit have got a run in them if they can just keep within touching distance.
It's interesting because Iberostar Tenerife only have 2 offensive rebounds, but they've been able to punish them after both. Banvit has actually done a better job on the offensive glass.
But don't forget, Banvit have missed a lot of shots, so there's more opportunity for them to get the rebound. You know, when you're shooting 5 of 7 for 3, there's not really a lot of offensive rebounds for you to try and grab.
And Kirksey did not make his free throw. So, still a 9-point lead, 3 minutes into the second quarter. Orlick, pump fake, gets it back to Tolga Getchum that's come in, and Getchum, boy, that's a rather nice contribution right off the bench.
I'm a big fan of Getchum. I would feel like he should play more.
Abramitis now short, and this is going to be a big swing in momentum here. That was a big shot by Getchum. And and the foul by Bassus.
Yeah, I agree.
Whenever I've seen Banvit a few times, and every time he's played, I feel like he's played really well. They play him at the point as well. He handles the ball as a big forward. It's really good. And maybe they found out the way to guard Tenerife for three then. Just break down defensively, leave them wide open. They just missed one. Such a good look.
Well, Theodore pulls up. He had Bassus right on his tail, and he didn't put him off his shot.
That's the kind of thing I thought we'd see from Jordan Theodore with Kulik in the floor. There's no way they can guard that pull-up jump shot from him if he makes it.
Now Davin White for three, and Orlik with the board. And Banvit happy to bring it up the floor at their pace. Out to Kulik. Smart decision. He can shoot the three. Well, it's going to be Theodore who's starting to feel it. And he gives a little Theodore salute up to the crowd and runs over to the bench. There's a timeout for Tenerife.
I mean, the only difference is making and missing shots. Banvit got shots like that earlier. They just missed them. And all of a sudden they've realized, you know, with Kulik on the floor, it's the same thing I said. Vasquez, he doesn't have the foot speed to come out and guard Theodore on the three-point line. So what he does is he just stays in the lane. And he says, you're not going to get to the basket, but it gives up the jump shot. And with Kulik out there, Vasquez has to kind of, you know, respect that a bit. It gives more space. Theodore's going to come off and have that shot anytime he wants it. Unless Tenerife change the way they guard it, of course. You know, one way is you bring a third man into it to switch from there, but that's with Korkmaz on the floor, with Gachim on the floor, with Chappelle on the floor. Great shooters around them. You can't really do that off them because they'll knock them down as well.
Well, now he's got 6 points, Orlik with 5, and Chappelle with 5. And again, it's worth remembering that was the shot right before the timeout, but it was the one by Getchum which really kind of, really kind of sparked this Banvit team.
Yeah, for sure. I think Banvit are happy playing from behind as well. That doesn't concern them at all. Being down in the game, we saw on Friday, excuse me. They were down in that. It really fazed them too much. They know the way they play. They know how to be successful. And I think Tenerife have got to come with more pressure defensively.
Grigonis, he's going up against Korkmaz. He got the pick. Now Bogris puts it up, and Korkmaz with the rebound. And the advantage with Korkmaz is he can push the ball up himself. Back to Kulik. Orlik now is going to go to work on Kirksey. Passes to Korkmaz. Shot clock winding down, and Kulik able to bat the ball, but San Miguel does a great job of keeping Kulik on his backside, and he gets the ball. Grigonis gets it inside. Dornicamp, who's been quiet. San Miguel, good!
He's played well, hasn't he, San Miguel? Defensively on point. Second three for him now as well.
So he's got a lot of experience, Rodrigo San Miguel. Kulik for three, good! And gets it right back.
That's it. With Kulik on the floor, it's just such a different look. You can't help as much on the guard because he's going to spot up and shoot the three after the screen. And that's what Bogris did there. He helped too much on Korkmaz, left Kulik open.
San Miguel, bounce pass, Bogris couldn't control it, and then Kulik just takes it away. Now, in the open floor, it's Theodore, alley-oop, and converted by Korkmaz. And we have got a tie game.
What a second quarter, what a comeback here from Banvit.
And all because Bogris didn't control the pass. Now he does, and he misses, and Theodore has it.
Bogris has taken a lot of shots. Dornicamp, he hasn't done anything recently. Grigonis as well.
Now it's the Theodore show, gets in with a left, but doesn't finish. That's not like him. Kulig commits the foul. San Miguel went down like a sack of wheat. I think he was trying to get unsportsmanlike. What's this? Yeah, a little bit of theatrics there. San Miguel's been good, though.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Look at this. Couldn't quite get there for the rim rocker, but he has got the elevation, does Furkan Korkmaz. Remember, the Sixers owned his draft rights, and Brian Colangelo was presumably here watching him the other night. There's another three from San Miguel.
Oh, the corner three from San Miguel. Dropping tonight.
He just does what they need him to do.
Yeah.
And right now it's score. Boy, they are putting in some threes, aren't they? They can't keep this up, though. Surely. And a foul. I mean, at some point you do become slightly concerned if you're Tenerife when you look down at your offense and 21 points of your 29 have come from three-point range.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, we got to get something else working.
No, absolutely. As I said to you at the end, I mean, in that first quarter with the early timeout, I think Banvit are playing better than Tenerife right now. But Tenerife just shooting the absolute lights out. That's the equalizer, isn't it? The three-point shot has just helped them stay in this game, stay in the lead as well. Theodore's going to get another break. Is he okay? Wants some treatment over there.
Yeah, Mudlu's coming in, and we're not sure what the problem is with Theodore. But Mudlu came out and made a nice play defensively. Now gets him, and just kind of lost control. Was able to get it back. Korkmaz for three. That was rushed. And then Dornekamp getting tangled up there with Kolga Getchim. Here's Theodore now coming back in from Mudlu.
I think he's bleeding. That's the problem.
Okay. So he has to wait. Oh, he got hit above the eyebrow. The corner of his right eyebrow. That's nothing for the former Seton Hall player. He's a New Jersey guy. Where he comes from, they play with that kind of stuff. And that was from the line. Boy, he is just poetry in motion, really.
Another shot from Tenerife there. Rather the Boga shooting the jump shot from that range is Grigonis.
Theodore's got to watch it. Looked like Davin White was trying to bait him into an elbow there. Gets him. Nah, Kulig controlled it. Gets him for three. That's off to the left. Dornekamp able to get the rebound before it went out of bounds. Well, they've kind of weathered the storm a little bit. Iberostar Tenerife. They've gone back in front by 5, and they've got the ball. Abromaitis left open.
I just feel like this lineup offensively is ready to explode for Tenerife. So many guys haven't really got going yet. Dornekamp and Abromaitis, White, all three of them waiting.
Orlik on target. Nope. It was online. Now Davin White drifts in, has the ball knocked away by Kulig. Another play for him. Theodore. And isn't able to control it. Was hoping a foul was going to be called. It's a low-scoring half. Orla goes out. So you have to say, from that standpoint, it's to the advantage of Banvit.
Yeah.
At this stage, they're controlling it. But Iberostar Tenerife, they didn't really click on all cylinders last night. Here's Grigonis again, and he just met a wall at Gasper Vidmar. And it's interesting, they got a couple of the big fellas in there,
Yeah.
Vidmar and Kulig. We didn't see that.
First time they played together.
Theodore, alley-oop. What was that? And new 14 as the ball goes out to Kolga Getchim. Shot clock down to 6. Three-point attempt. It's good. Theodore. Referee telling him to get up, as if he was to say, don't try to get the foul called. Now Davin White takes the three. Boy, they have shot like 2 weeks worth of three-pointers here in the first half of Iberostar Tenerife. And with that last one, they've gone back in front 34-29.
8 for 13 as a team. Incredible. They really have shot it. That's the difference. At the end of the day, you know, whatever you're doing, the game is to put the ball in the basket. And that's exactly what Tenerife have done. Limited opportunities, but the three-point shot is fantastic.
I just heard something about the screen. You see Theodore's got 9 points now.
I think Theodore was still worrying about the foul. He looked at the referee. He was frustrated on the defensive end. And I think he did the wrong thing on the pick and roll.
Oh, okay.
So he was supposed to get over the top to back to Devin White. Chose not to. His teammate didn't know, and that's why White was left open.
The battle of the point guards.
Yeah.
Theodore 9 points. Rodrigo San Miguel 9. The only difference is Rodrigo San Miguel doesn't average that many points during the regular season.
Well, Miguel's done it on 4 shots, and Theodore's had 8 to get there.
Well, San Miguel's going to sit down here for the final 18 seconds, 19 seconds.
He's got 2 fouls, that's why. I want him to commit the third right before the half. They've got 1 foul to give, so they'll use that a little bit later as well, I think.
Theodore late to the court, comes out. Korkmaz is going to inbound it. And the referee saying, Filipowski's saying that Korkmaz was going to go. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Now, Filipowski's going to have a word with the ref saying there was a foul committed before that. And this makes it really difficult for them, because they've got another, oh no, they don't have another one, that's their 4th. So if they foul them again, they've got free throws. So they've got 14 fouls of Iberostar Tenerife. Kulik's got it. He's gonna launch it. It's good! And they're gonna look at it. They are gonna look at it to see if it was in, but goodness gracious me, what about Kulik? He has been doing the business tonight, and with that shot, if it counted, it's 34-31. I know.
That looked good to me. What do you reckon?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I got to say, this is why I give referees so much credit. The amount of times I've watched it, thought that should count, and you watch replay and it doesn't. First look, I thought it's good, but I've often been wrong in this situation before.
Well, we're going to hear a cacophony of boos if it's counted, because we're in Tenerife. Yeah, the basket counts. Kulik continues to play well.
Easily.
Yeah, and the teams go off the court, and it's like you said, Banvit more than happy to play from behind, especially when it's just 3 points. Iberostar Tenerife looking to shift into a higher gear. Will it happen, or is it going to be Turkish delight tonight? Well, both teams are not setting the world on fire inside, but boy, outside it's a different story for Iberostar Tenerife with those 8 3-pointers. Banvit controlling the boards to this stage, and Tenerife with those 9 turnovers. All in all, it's about as even, I guess, as we expected, even if the game hasn't been played the way we might have expected it.
Yeah, I think the question is, will Tenerife shoot it the way they have in the first and the second? If they're able to do that, well, it doesn't really matter anything else. If they shoot out the ball that well, any team in the world will struggle to stop them. But having said that, if I'm Banvit going into the half, I say, look, we played a great first half. We just haven't finished plays. We haven't shot it as well as we would have hoped. You know, either inside or outside. We know Theodore can get going. Korkmaz hasn't hit a 3 yet. You know, there's lots of things. Orelex 0 for 4 as well. So lots of things as a positive for Banvit that you can spin with the team.
Well, folks, second half action will be starting in about 13 and a half minutes. Be sure you're with us here in Tenerife. It's 34-31. Iberostar Tenerife on top of Banvit in the Basketball Champions League final.
Bueno, pues aquí estoy en uno de los laterales porque hemos tenido la oportunidad de ver aficionados de varios países. Esta es una finalísima y como buenos anfitriones vamos a saludar a nuestros amigos, porque son amigos realmente, de Banvit. So before we continue, we focus on the third quarter. I would like to talk to some of the fans that came all the way from Turkey. Han venido desde Turquía. I wanted to speak some Turkish with them, but they speak English. Quería hablar en turco con ellos, pero hablan inglés, así que todo el mundo lo va a entender en inglés. So what's your name, please? Su nombre es Omar. Is this the first time that you are in the Canary Islands? ¿Es la primera vez que estás en Canarias? First time. Great island, very nice people, very good food, lots of nice environment. Thank you very much for the hospitality. No necesito traducción. Esto es el first grade, esto es el baloncesto. This is basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the final and may the best win. Thank you very much. Gracias. Y como todo el mundo sabe, hoy en Tenerife, además de esta Final Four, había muchas cosas en la isla. Había muchas fiestas. Today, there were a lot of things going on the island. We didn't only have this Final Four, we didn't have local festivities. Y tenemos aquí a gente que ha venido directamente de la romería de Tegueste. Directly, all the way from Tegueste. Dressed in the typical Canadian costume. Su nombre, por favor. Ya no tenemos voz casi. He has no voice left. ¿Cuántos años hace que es usted aficionado del baloncesto? When did you start to be a basketball fan? He started to watch basketball games here when he was 12. So he's been a basketball fan since he's 12. Momento histórico hoy, cuando tenía 12 años, uno no se lo podía imaginar. ¿Qué vas a hacer si gana tu equipo hoy? So when you were 12, you couldn't imagine that one day this could happen. What would you do if your team wins tonight? El aplauso para los aficionados de Iberostar. He will celebrate the best way he can back in Tegueste.
Well, there it is, folks, the trophy that both Iberostar Tenerife and Banvit are aiming to collect in another, what, you say 30, 45 minutes or so? However long this final goes. This was the final basket of the first half made by Damian Kulek, the Poland international. A long one, making a very difficult shot, but making the type of shot that perhaps reinforces this idea that this Banvit team might just be a team of destiny in the Basketball Champions League. There was another shot, remember, that Tolga Getcham made, coming right off the bench, one of the reserves, and there was another terrific play made by the backup guard Mutlu, forcing a steal at the end of the first quarter, or a turnover at the end of the first quarter, which led to a basket for Banvit. It's little things like that. Iberostar Tenerife right now, they lead at 34-31, but you just wonder, might Banvit get their hands on this trophy, the Basketball Champions League trophy, by the end of this game?
Well, we know how often the halftime interval can just completely change the shape of a game, though. I said as they were heading towards the locker room, I think Banvit actually played the better game of the first half. They didn't make shots, and Tenerife, without playing exceptionally well, just shot their lights out from the three-point line especially. So that's why they have this lead, but they'll know they probably need to play better because Banvit started to find that rhythm offensively in the second quarter, after scoring only 12 points in the first. So, but Tenerife, again, I think they've got a lot in them. The key for me is Aaron Dornekamp. So we said how much Tenerife are a team. They have a lot of guys. There are 8 guys on this roster in the Basketball Champions League that average between 5 and 10 points. Well, 5 and 11 points. He is the only one that averages more than 10. He's the only guy that averages double digits in the ACB and the Basketball Champions League. And in the first half, he was 0 for 1 and he had 0 points. You know, they can't win with Aaron Dornekamp only taking 1 shot, in my opinion.
Now, is that his fault for not asking for the ball more?
No, I think some of it is just the way the game went. I mean, Rodriguez San Miguel, he was the guy that got open looks and he knocked them down. So he's picked up the slack, which is what guys have done. But I think Tenerife need to find a way to get Aaron Dornekamp involved in the game.
Well, folks, we're at halftime. The second half now just underway. Banvit trailing 34-31 here at Iberostar Tenerife in La Hamburguesa. The hamburger is what this pavilion, this stadium is called. And Vasquez reaching around on Vidmar, and Vidmar did so well, but then just had a weak flick that had no chance of going in.
Just left on the front of the ring, didn't he? We saw that's how the game started. 2 chances early. He missed.
He could have dunked that. Yeah. Alley-oop pass led him too much, so Vasquez passes it. Now Davin White, it's on line, but well short. Air ball, and Theodore can't get hold of it, and bodies everywhere, and the ball will go over to Iberostar Tenerife.
6 players on the floor. You got to love that, haven't you?
That was Abramitis wincing a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Stretching out his knee. Former player at Notre Dame University, the Fighting Irish. Oh, Rodrigo San Miguel, that's not this sport. You're not supposed to kick it. That's another sport. And what about, it's a good thing that Gasper Vidmar still has that beard. That provided a little bit of extra cushion for his chin in that situation. He said he's going to shave it off if they win it, if they win this title. He might shave it anyway. He might at least trim it. What about Davin White? Well, Dornekamp inbounds it on the day that he was named to the All-League team. Davin White, shot clock winding down. Abramitis has to put up a difficult shot on the run, follows the miss, and Gasper Vidmar may have caught San Miguel. And what a play that wasn't finished by Edo Muric. And now San Miguel drives in, and he was hoping for a foul. Nothing was called. And now Theodore is fouled. And a little bit of frustration for both teams, especially Theodore. Is he frustrated with Edo Muric? He looked over. I don't know what he's upset about.
I'm not sure either.
Maybe he's just kind of like fired up.
Yeah, but Theodore's got the game face on. This is often, in these situations, I said it on Friday, he can take over a game.
Chappelle goes baseline, puts it up. What a strong move. Went right past Rodrigo San Miguel, and there was nobody there to meet him at the basket. And now it's a 1-point game. Davin White. Edo Muric, hand in the face of Dornekamp. They don't want him to get any daylight. Even Vidmar's out on him.
Great day.
He steps back, puts it up, almost forced it, and now Theodore goes along the baseline and loses it with Abromaitis, and San Miguel goes down like the world's against him. His players come up. Watch this. He just kind of lost it, Theodore.
Every time he's fouled San Miguel, it's an unsportsmanlike, isn't it? Rare mistake from Theodore. He had it in transition, had the opportunity. Great defense for Gasper Vidmar at the end of that shot clock down there, though.
Still just a one-point game. Iberostar Tenerife not able to get the penetration they'd like to pass it back out, so they get a jump shot for Fran Vasquez. Remember, they got the turnover, but San Miguel didn't make the layup because Banvit got back and played defense and met him at the rim.
It's just slow for Tenerife. Doesn't have that flow they had with the offense the other day.
Here it is again. Oh, are they going to call that charge? Is it going to be an oath? It's going to be a block on Vasquez.
I just feel like Tenerife just don't have their rhythm right now. You know, they're not creating anything from their defense offensively. You know, you think about the shots they're getting, they're not the shots they really, really want.
Orlik for three, off the back of the rim. That's an interesting kind of matchup with Vasquez and Vidmar in there. And now Chappelle comes up high and it's called for the hand check. We have a case here where the refs are trying to perhaps just kind of cool things off a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of emotions.
He was just kind of fighting through the screen, in fact. It wasn't a hand check. It was, he was arguing that Vasquez was moving. Orlik switches, Grigonis gets in the lane, bounce pass, Abromaitis. That's much better from Iberostar Tenerife, but the shot clock is winding down. And now a foul called on Theodore using his forearm. And it's only his second.
Chappelle's going out, though. He's got three. We kind of missed that in the melee of arguments that are going on. I know. I thought they did a great job defensively, Banvit, then as well, until the foul was called. But like you said, I think that we'll see a couple of quick whistles here for a while. Just try and get the game back under control by the referees.
San Miguel shot clock winding down. Is it another three for him? No. This time he clanged it off the iron.
Again, great defense by Banvit. I mean, I think they'll give that shot up to San Miguel.
Orlik. San Miguel goes down, and he's going to get called for flopping.
Yeah,
and the referees were right on it. And he's been, you know, he's a great player, but he's been trying to get that call.
Like I say, I mean, he's been fouled 3 times in the open floor, and every time he's campaigned for an unsportsmanlike foul. I don't like to see it, you know. Right there again, he ran into the man trying to get an elbow. He created all the contact. Watch this, watch him run into Orlik. There's nothing there.
Now Korkmaz passes over to Edo Muric, changes direction, nowhere to go, travels.
He's got to get him out. I mean, Muric has just had an absolute nightmare in the playoffs. 5 playoff games, he's only scored 5 points total across those. I mean, he's played 75 minutes for 5 points, and he's just lost all confidence. He's scoreless in 3 of the 5 playoff games. He's scoreless again tonight as well. No 4 from the field.
So White, now Dornekamp, good! There's the shot from Dornekamp, and he has a few words for Orlik as he walks past him. Let the trash talk begin.
Finally got some space, didn't he? Only his second shot of the game, Dornekamp. Incredible.
Korkmaz I'm not sure if that's the shot they want. He had to look at the basket. And the crowd getting into it. Now Grigonis for three. Good! Well, we wondered if they could keep up the three-point shooting, and they might just be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 three-pointers, I think, on the night. Is it 9? Yeah, 10 of 17. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead.
And again, Banvit haven't played badly. Two defensive possessions, no breakdowns. They challenged shots, but 6 points for Tenerife in this quarter. Both of them three-point shots. The bigger problem for Banvit, they've only scored 3 points, and it's nearly 5 minutes in. The offense has just dried up for both teams, hasn't it, really?
Well, plenty of twists and turns to come. You can see Tenerife, 43%. Man, not too much difference really in that stat. Both these teams kind of struggling. The big difference, obviously, is the three-point shooting. I mean, the 10 of 17 from the arc for Iberostar Tenerife, and for Banvit, just 4 of 14. But Banvit had made 4 free throws, and Tenerife haven't even attempted one yet. I know they have. They're 0 for 1. Kirksey missed it.
Quietly though, Grigonis, what a game he's had.
Now this is interesting. We've brought in Tusby Loretta. Look at this. Different camera angle, trying to bring you what the atmosphere is like here. Mamadou Yang has come into the game, the young center. And for Iberostar Tenerife. So now instead of having Theodore on the ball, it's Korkmaz. And offensive foul called on Korkmaz. So Grigonis does his job. It's not just about hitting the shots. Korkmaz named the Young Player of the Year in the Basketball Champions League today, or last night. Davin White, alley-oop! Mamadou Yang right off the bench, and it's alley-oop city. And all of a sudden, the lead is 8.
This is where Theodore needs to step up, get the ball into his hands.
Korkmaz over to Orlik for 3. And a foul, boxing out, I think, on Grigonis.
I'm surprised Theodore passed it. And got it out of his hands so early. His team needs a basket. He's got to step up. That's what he usually is so good at.
Mamadou Yang did not get off the bench on Friday, but he has played and been significant in this Basketball Champions League for Iberostar Tenerife. Now 14 on the shot clock. Kulik, he's going to go right at him, and he's going to draw the foul. He almost had a three-point play opportunity.
It's a tough matchup for Niang, isn't it? He's out there really for his defense. It kind of decided, I think, that the type of player that Niang is similar to Vasquez, that protection in the paint. So that's why they've gone with him ahead of Bogris.
And it's interesting because Bogris was named All-League.
Yeah.
And now another foul called on Yang, the youthful Yang. And look at that. Goodness me, that guy's beard's turning yellow over that call. Watch this.
He said he had his shirt. That was the thing. I'm going to see it in that, yeah. And to be fair, Orlik immediately said, he's pulling my shirt, and the referee, without seeing Orlik, that's why he signaled to the bench. He said he was holding on to him.
Well, Orlik got some love from the rim on that one, and it's cut it back to a 6-point deficit. Now it's 5. Banvit trying to take some of the steam out of this, take some of the momentum back. Dragones, Torkmas goes down, no look pass. What was the attempt there, but Yang's there to clean up the mess. Abramitis didn't score, fell down. Tell you just don't know what you're going to get one game from the next from Iberostar Tenerife. Abramitis has yet to score, and he had a game, he had a team high 19 on Friday. Theodore to Kulik. Oh, beautiful play once again by Theodore and Kulik. And Yang is struggling to cope. I mean, you can't do much more than that.
I don't think he'll mind giving up the fouls, Niang. He's not going to play a huge role. He's just going to get out there and be active. He's got a rebound here. Make sure he doesn't give up cheap ones like he did last time on the box out. But you know, there's no complaints on him trying to get back and block shots. Like I said, Theodore though starting to make it happen a bit off the dribble. Is that going to be the starting point of him trying to take over this game offensively for Banvit?
Well, just one of two again for Kulik. They're going to call a foul on Theodore.
Third on him.
Well, they played with 4 fouls and made it through the game. Played with 4 from early in the fourth quarter. Not complaining. And Davin White goes to the line. Is that the first free throw they've made? Yes, it is. Of the night.
Yeah, incredible. All they've done is make threes, really. Make 10 of them. They've made more threes than free throws and 2-point field goals combined. Space the floor, but try and go out. We're going to Yang again.
Feels his way, gets inside, and I think they're going to say goal interference. It was on the way down. What do you think?
I think the ball's in the cylinder, like
right.
It's so far down, you can't take it out.
Okay, watch.
You didn't see it from that angle.
No, we can't see it from
side
that.
on's better.
Here it is. I'm not sure. Well, maybe a break for Banvit on that. And a block called on Torkmas. You feel like he's not winning that matchup.
No, and that's another sign of the fact that he's 19. He has to try and take the contact side on, because if he goes face to face with Dragones just bullies him out of the way. It's just not quite strong enough yet, Torkmas. But you wouldn't expect him to be 19 years of age. He's still so young. Such a career ahead of him.
Dragones makes both.
I like this sub. Chappelle to come back here now.
Dragones now with 13 points. He leads all scorers.
It's been very good, Dragones.
You like this sub of Chappelle coming back in?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a good time for him. He can make a three, but defensively he can really impact as well.
Oh, what a play from Theodore, but he didn't finish. Nevertheless, Orlik was there to get the ball. Now he feels the mismatches. Niang going to help. Orlik stuck with it. Oh, he missed the putback. He's beside himself. He knows he should have made it.
Trying to isolate Theodore here with those fouls. He doesn't want to pick up a fourth now.
Now there's a kick, so they're going to put 14 on the shot clock.
I wonder if Vidmar could come back in and have more success against Niang. Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? It's off Niang's leg.
Boy, he can get up. You can see with that block. Now the pass to Yang! Look at him. He's starting to take off. He's giving us the wings.
Well, why not play him? He's been the player of the game in the second half. Niang scored, blocks, everything.
Kulik, short, gets it. Goes up to a 9-point lead. And the pass, oh, what a catch and shot from Kulik. That was not easy.
Great play. That's what I say. Oh, Vidmar's going to come back. I just wonder about him being able to use his physicality, and it's going to bring a sub on the other side as well.
We can bring Vogris back into the game. And great defense again from Kulik. Now 3-on-2 break. Theodore's going to go all the way. He's going to put it up and in. And back to a 5-point deficit. Boy, it's so hard to put this Banvit team away, isn't it?
Yeah, you just feel like Tenerife is so far in ahead the way they played in the third quarter. Niang's been incredible, but a 5-point game, it's nothing.
Look at Davin White shooting the three. He goes down. Now Orlik, it's a 2-on-3. He's going to pull it up. No need to rush. And Gasper Vidmar says, am I ever going to get in the game? I want to go in. Something happened. Stop the clock. Oh, behind the back pass. Oh, what a fake by Kulik. Goodness gracious, but then the ball slipped out of his hands. That was going to be one of the plays of the Final Four. Grigonis for three. And this time it was too long. Another rebound for Kulik. He's having him, he hasn't had that many boards. He's got 9 points.
Isolate, let Theodore go at Dornakamp here, surely, yeah.
And Theodore pump fake. Oh my goodness me.
You got two of them in the air. You got the man guarding him and the help defender.
Well, it's all about, it's not how big you are, folks, in basketball, is it? It's about the fake. It's about knowing where you are. Unbelievable. And with that, Jordan Theodore has 15 points. Believe it or not, he's got a game high, the MVP of this league. So timeout, Tenerife. And I think it's time for Tenerife to start getting a little nervous here. It looked like they were starting to pull ahead. And just like that, Banvit has reeled them back in.
Yeah, that's a concern, isn't it? Tenerife, this third quarter, they look like they're on top of the world the way they played at times. They hit the three, they're blocking shots, Niang's dunking all over the place. But as you said, you look at the scoreboard, it's 49-46. Banvit just, still there. The game's going to change again now. Vogris coming in, Vidmar coming back in as well. So the big guys changing will give a different dimension. Don't forget, we've still got a whole other quarter left yet. So, long time.
I don't think anybody could have imagined the impact of Niang.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you said he has played during the year, absolutely.
I think there was one key game in the playoffs where he had 4 blocks.
Yeah, but he averages 3.7 points, 1.2 blocks a game. So, 5 seconds.
Oh, Vogris back in, and the final seconds taken off the clock. And this time it's Iberostar Tenerife that have scored right before the end. So the timeout was used to good effect. That was plenty of time for Davin White to get all the way down the floor. And it's back to a 5-point lead for Tenerife.
Incredible finish from White. Got into the lane. The defense rotated over. He shot it so high to get over the block.
So those 10 3-pointers you see in the stats, so crucial for Tenerife. The 9 offensive rebounds for Banvit, helping them. And a lot more opportunities at the free throw line for Banvit. Here's Filipowski. Let's try to listen in. now or never for Banvit. They've been hanging around. They come back. Iberostar Tenerife pull back in front. They come back. But eventually, you felt like with Monaco yesterday, by this point, they had actually seized the lead, hadn't they? They scored right at the end, or they tied it.
Yeah.
And but Iberostar Tenerife seemed to be kind of hanging in there. They're not cracking.
Tenerife lost 5 games at home all year. 3 in the ACB, 2 in the Basketball Champions League. So will Banvit become just a sick team to win here? That's the question. They come in on that run and winning 6 of their last 7. And this man, the MVP, is the reason why for a lot of it.
Here's Theodore. And Orlik for 3. And Kirksey with the rebound. Yeah, just check back. What it was the second leg against PAOK in the round of 16. When Mamadou Niang had his big game, 4 points and 4 blocks coming off the bench. Here's San Miguel back in, and then he just lost control of it. Always claiming. San Miguel putting the pressure on the referee. Now Theodore goes behind his back. Pulls up for the jumper. No, that didn't look good at all, did it?
No, it was way off. But again, with Bogris out there, he can get that shot. He doesn't need to force it. Bogris has to hang back.
Oh, good hands from Korkmaz, who's back in the game. Somebody had some butterfingers over there in the VIP section. Tariq Kirksey over to Bogris, right at the line. That's his game right there. Couple of passes, soft shot. He's been itching to get back to the game.
First points for Bogris. All-league player. Only got 2 points tonight.
Now back, and the Korkmaz wide open.
Yesterday, those are the shots Korkmaz made in the 4th quarter for Banvit. This time, the Tenerife defense was a step better than he saw yesterday. They got out to him and challenged.
Davin White over to Iberostar, who's still scoreless. Now San Miguel, will it be his 4th 3? No. Ball handed off to Chappelle, and Davin White has gone down. And Korkmaz again gets a 3 attempt. It's good. And Davin White saying you better get some a towel out there to wipe up the sweat. I don't know why he went down. If he slipped or if he looks like he's hurt his hip. He's gonna come out. Watch. Oh, he just slipped on the surface, and that didn't look good, did it?
No, it didn't. Big 3 for Korkmaz, so to get him going, he's a key guy. Korkmaz and Chappelle, if they can bring scoring, like almost guarantee that Theodore's going to come up with some. But who else is going to help him out? Will it be Orlik, Korkmaz, Chappelle? Who will it be?
Well, Bogris has it now, and he goes to Vidmar and then passes it back out. And Gregonis looking for room against Vidmar. Bogris on the baseline, that's short. And Orlik, well, that was a terrific defensive stand.
Great defense from Banvit. I mean, Vidmar stepping out, challenges, doesn't let him get a 3 away, makes him penetrate without fouling, and then, the defense stepped up again to switch when Vidmar got beat. Tremendous.
Tariq Kirksey almost reached in and forced another turnover. Chappelle. Quickly, they got numbers 2-on-1. Orlik, who's going to put up a 3. Good! Well, he's done it all season, and right now he needs to do it again for Banvit. Back to a 2-point game.
Well, the 3-point shot has been all about Tenerife. Now back-to-back 3s for Banvit's got them back into this one.
Playing, it looks like, with a real sense of belief, sense of confidence. The defense ratcheting it up, but Dragones, that's a quality shot from him, and now he's got 15 points. Both he and Theodore are the leading scorers in the game.
It's a tough shot. We're going this little snake dribble off the screen.
Theodore hands it off, and Abramitis knocked it out of Vidmar's hands. Bounce pass, Cooksey. Oh, he missed it. Great hustle from Korkmaz to put him off the shot, perhaps.
Orlik wants the three.
Orlik is open. Oh, Theodore didn't. He had the ball and couldn't bring it in. Offensive foul, moving screen on Bogris.
Orlik was feeling it. He wanted the three in transition. He didn't get it early enough, and then probably shouldn't have taken the one he took. Coaching staff speaking to him, you know, saying, look, if you don't get a good one, hold on. That's a good ball. Timeout. Banvit. It's a second timeout, right? Second timeout already. Put it early.
Yeah, so 6:18 remaining.
I think they think this is the time now. Make a little push. If they can take the lead psychologically, how important that will be. I mean, the crowd here usually gets behind their team, but it's a bit different when you're trailing. Or they start to feel the pressure, Tenerife, if they do fall behind.
You saw that three-point shooting. They had 9 three-pointers in the first half, so they pulled off a little bit there. Whereas Banvit have done a little bit more damage at the free throw line tonight, 8 of 10. So 32-28, the rebounding advantage, 9 offensive boards for Banvit. Well, no matter what happens, I mean, both these teams have been terrific this season. It's going to be Heartbreak City for one of them, that's for sure. Because it looks like this one's going down to the wire.
I mean, this is what it's about. Two teams going at it, back and forth game. I mean, Tenerife have led through a lot, but Banvit playing their part. They're not out of this.
San Miguel gets around the pick. Interesting, San Miguel now on Orlik. He might try to exploit that.
Gotta go quick, 2 seconds.
And offensive foul. Yep.
I'm shocked that Theodore a couple of times has almost passed up the responsibility and they've tried to go to Orlik. Usually that's where Jordan Theodore just keeps the ball in his hands.
They're going, it's inside to Bogris. Little short jump hook. And Theodore with the rebound. Well, they dodged the bullet there. That's a very makeable shot. Theodore. And that's the Theodore you're talking about.
Yeah. Why they go anywhere else but this 1-5 pick and roll right now? Vidmar screening for Theodore. Let him just go at Bogris all game.
Dragones behind his back. Chappelle slows him up. And Chappelle got his hand on the ball and forced the jump ball. It's the little things like that. Iberostar Tenerife will maintain possession, the jump arrow in their favor. 5:04 remaining. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Yes. 4.4.
There. So 4 seconds of it. We said this yesterday. The key things: you don't want to foul. You've got to make sure you rebound, because the shot will come up and it'll be awkward, or it'll come from a distance, often as a long rebound. And you see the offensive team pick up the ball.
Well, he takes a very difficult shot, and Theodore brings it in. And guess what? If a three-pointer were to fall here, it would be Banvit lead. He's going to get inside, take it from the from the free throw line, and Vidmar went crashing to the floor. He gets up. Grigonis.
This match will try and go against Vidmar. Oh, he backed up too much.
Goodness me, what a play from Marius Grigonis.
Vidmar, that's a breakdown for him. He doesn't usually do that. He's good at getting shooters to be drivers. But Grigonis lights out tonight, 4 of 6.
And this time the foul from behind. Well, Grigonis has just been terrific. He's got a game-high 18. Theodore with 17. And Dornikamp has 3 points. Now, Kulik back in for Vidmar. Maybe they like that matchup more against Bogris. Theodore. Tough shot for him. Only yellow shirts under there for the rebound.
I think he's got it. He can get downhill, with some momentum. He keeps pulling up. I think he's got to try and attack. Against Bogris, leave Kulik there to rebound if Bogris comes to help.
That is the second team foul on Banvit in the 4th quarter. Grigonis causing all sorts of problems right now for Banvit. Here he is again. He's got it. They like the ball in his hands. Gets it back outside to Tariq Kirksey. And Dornikamp gets a big offensive rebound.
Great play from him. Came from the 3-point line. Had the momentum on the run.
Davin White back in the game. Looks okay. And he misses. And now Orlick gets the rebound. And Theodore has it. Almost lost it. Somebody's got to step up and make a shot. Oh, they find Kulik. And they wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. It wasn't called. And it's 58-55.
Wow, I think Kulik got away with one there. I'd like to see that one again. Although he did have Korkmaz wide open, so Banvit will probably say they'd have taken the 3 instead.
Dornikamp. And he throws it away. And now Korkmaz. How in the world did he save that? And Kirksey coming from behind, but it's, I think, they found Davin White. And Vidaretta's barking over there about the non-call on the Kulik drive down the lane where they thought he traveled. And once again, Banvit just refusing to go away, trailing by just 3. Here it is again. Look at Theodore. So White with 3 fouls. Here he goes. See if he travels.
Oh no, he didn't. I don't think.
He was okay.
Yeah, it just looked so awkward.
It was all right.
Yeah, it really did look like it was a huge travel though.
Theodore guarded by San Miguel. He's going to go all the way this time. And this time perhaps tried to do too much. And he took out a cameraman. And the cameraman's being helped up.
With Kulik on the floor there, he popped. So if Theodore drives and misses, there's no one to rebound.
Grigonis for 3, that's short.
It's a good look, so wasn't it? Shot it so well. Way short on that. Let's see where they go here.
Korkmaz running baseline, pops up high. And now he penetrates. He's going to get it to Kulik again. And Kulik!
What a finish.
Well, Kulik is becoming the man of the moment for Banvit.
How did he get it to go? Vázquez is out there. They've saved him for this final stretch. But the eraser he usually is on the shot just didn't work that time.
13 points for Damian Kulik, the Poland international. Now Davin White, and he draws the foul from Kulik, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was close as well. You watch the last second, he just came forward. That's it. He's pretty straight up. Watch the last second, there, he just came forward again.
You're right.
That was why the referee called it. Up until that point, he was fine. White had created all of the contact. But at most, it's going to be a 3-point game.
White now at 10 points.
And
back to a 3-point lead for Iberostar Tenerife.
Oh, big ball here. They're going small. So they're going to try and go small against Kulik. Abramitis comes in for Vázquez.
Well, Abramitis almost same height. Now Theodore gets it to Chappelle. They find Korkmaz. Pulls up at the line, misses. And Iberostar Tenerife now with possession.
Another good look for Banvit. It's been the story of the game. They've had great shots. They've been able to make them. And they can spread here offensively with all these players, Tenerife.
The entire season of the pure drama coming down to this. Davin White! He's done it so many times for Iberostar Tenerife this season. He has just knocked in another big shot. And it's a 6-point lead with 1:01 remaining.
Wow, what a shot. I mean, we said it, haven't we? All game long, Tenerife knocking down the threes. And the difference, Korkmaz gets a great shot one end, missed it. White doesn't even get a great shot, but makes it. You know, if they do go on to win this game, Tenerife, that's why they just knocked down they've just made shots and tough ones all night.
Well, Davin White famously won the game at the death at Ciudad Savalino in the regular season, and he also hit the game-winning three at Strasbourg that was crucial for Iberostar Tenerife to get first place. And now he has hit a crucial three to stretch the lead to 6. But it's like you said, Banvit has had some chances. And, I mean, really, there's still, you know, anything can happen.
There's loads of time.
Yeah, Banvit,
you know,
they need to go down and score or get stopped.
Banvit absolutely will get another shot. They'll get this possession and then at least one more shot. So that's 2 shots. They make 2 threes. Game tied. The thing is, they've got to score this possession and then they've got to get a stop as well. Be interesting. Will they go for a 3 or go for a real quick 2 here?
I think they'll just take the open shot.
Yeah. I think they'll run something with a 3-point action if they can.
I think we'll see Theodore penetrating and
helping
it.
Yeah, if help comes off the guards, they'll shoot the 3.
So the high pick and roll with Orlik. Now he's going to roll. And they're going to pass it to Orlik, and he had the mismatch, so he draws the foul on San Miguel.
That's the one to give, so.
Not a bad play. Here it is again. So now San Miguel will be guarding the inbounds pass. Or is he going to have his back? No, he's going to have his back to Theodore. Oh, man.
Open look, Chappelle.
Chappelle for 3. And Orlik for the offensive rebound and putback. They'll take it. He gets it back to 4.
The 1 foul to give still, Banvit. And
the foul called on Orlik. So that's number 4 on Banvit. Orlik has 3 fouls. So the clock becoming the enemy for Banvit. There's 24 seconds on the shot clock. There should be like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I think they've missed that one. It looks like they just lost a couple of seconds quickly there. Anyway, Davin White has it up top, guarded by Chappelle. Well, the Iberostar Tenerife don't want to wait too long to where they're rushing up a shot. Theodore on White. White gets in the lane. Oh, he may have gotten away with a push. They get it to Dornikamp for 3, and it was off the rim. And Abramitis got the rebound. And was he then fouled by Jeremy Chappelle? What are they checking over here on the sideline? starts moving down to the floor. Want to make sure. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, they're trying to see if it went off with Chappelle or Abramitis. Sorry.
It went off Chappelle, didn't it?
I couldn't see from there. This will be the best angle right here. Right here. Oh, I think it's off Abramitis. I think it'll be Banvit ball. And the referee's got it right. And folks, this is where technology helps you. That's why you've got it.
So much time come off the clock though. Why is the shot clock at 14? Because it's off.
Theodore has it. Shot clock winding down. Theodore makes an attempt. He misses the shot. Rodrigo San Miguel has it. Iberostar Tenerife are going to be the champions of the Basketball Champions League with 1.29 seconds remaining. Theodore had a shot. He hasn't really thrived the way he has all season long. And they have won the title, the Basketball Champions League title, the first ever Basketball Champions League title has gone to Iberostar Tenerife. 63-59. And Lloyd, you know, Banvit just could not quite make up that difference today with that three-point shooting they got. They clawed their way back. They just could not quite get it.
Yeah, you've got to say that Tenerife deserved it. Quick look at the numbers there. Tenerife 42% from the field. Banvit 35% from the field, and that's the difference really. Banvit had great looks. They didn't knock them down. Tenerife, they didn't get great looks, but they still knocked down some shots. They still made from beyond the three-point line at a really high level. So congratulations to Tenerife. You'd say probably in this Final Four they deserve it.
And congratulations to Truth Be Loretta there. You see him hugging Davin White, who had the crucial three-pointer to give him a 6-point cushion. A veteran coach, one of the greatest honors of his life. As you see the leading scores there, Gregonis finished with 18. Probably the MVP of the game for Iberostar Tenerife. Mamadou Niang came in and played well. Tariq Kirksey had those vital moments. I mean, everybody, not how Jordan Theodore and Banvit wanted it to end. They've got nothing to hang their heads about. You don't like to lose. But what can you say? I mean, they had some chances. They missed some chances.
And I think that's why they'll be so frustrated, because they know that the game was there for taking. If they had played a little bit better, they didn't play their best here in the final, which is often the case. But as we said, you know, Tenerife, great performance from them. Gregonis the star. Devin White though as well, don't forget him. He had 14 points and 5 assists in just 24 minutes. So White off the bench was a key performer as well. And kind of made up for the fact Dornekamp only had 3, Abramitis scoreless. So a couple of key guys just didn't kind of have great games for Tenerife, but they were able to thrive that.
But I think it also just kind of illustrates that this is a team that, you know what, I mean, they said it. It's like from one game to the next, it's going to be somebody else. Yeah. Last game, it was Abramitis. Yeah. The game in Dornekamp, you know, the game before that, it was somebody else. This time, it was White. It was Gregonis. And obviously, that's important when you get into these situations. Makes it tougher to play. And Gregonis was certainly the guy that had the ball in his hands for much of the fourth quarter.
And he made some huge shots, didn't he? 4 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. I think back to the one where he was guarded by Vidmar. Vidmar just backed up too much after Gregonis had got that momentum, he'd got that rhythm. And he was the difference. It's a great game from him. For Banvit though as well, you know, you look at their scorers. Kulik had a good game. 13 points, Orlik 13, Theodore 17. 9 rebounds, only 4 assists for Jordan Theodore, which is way below his average, way below the total we kind of expect from him. And I think that may be a difference. He wasn't throwing passes, guys. The other guys didn't finish particularly well when he gave it to them.
Well, it's a season that started in the Basketball Champions League back in September, the end of September with the qualifying rounds. And it has ended today. Today is April 30th. Had to check that. So that's a long season and a lot of highlights, lowlights. Perhaps, the final had some drama. Maybe not some of the drama that we saw in a lot of the games. But nevertheless, it was a great final. And Iberostar Tenerife put on a great show. Jasper Vidmar knows one's got away from his team. You go through an entire campaign, and to lose as they have by such a narrow margin, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But one thing's for sure, Iberostar Tenerife have just achieved probably the greatest moment in their history, in club history, winning the European trophy. A long time ago, they played in the Korach Cup, and they've only been back in the top flight for the last the 5th season. And to do what they've been able to do, look at the medals; those will be handed out. We're going to have the medal ceremony here. This is a very difficult time for Banvit. The one good thing for Banvit is they have won the Turkish Cup. They know they're going to have a trophy at the end of the season. That doesn't matter to them right now, but as time goes on, they'll be able to say, we got the runners-up medal in the Basketball Champions League, which has had just an amazing first season, and they will have gotten the Turkish Cup as well. And these Iberostar Tenerife fans, they probably just are going to go for a swim after this, aren't they?
They will be happy tonight, that is for sure.
Damian Kulig really had a great game tonight for Banvit. Can't stress enough. In the end, Damian Kulig for Banvit finished with 13 points, had a couple of steals. Orlik was solid. Well, Orlik really struggled with his shot. He missed a couple of key baskets, in fact, at the end. He was 4 of 16 from the floor. Theodore was 7 of 18. And Perfect Korkmaz was just 2 of 7. They just did not put the ball in the basket like they needed to.
No. Oh, you just look at the three-point shooting alone. Tenerife, 12 of 26, 46%. Banvit, just 5 of 21, 23%. Those are statistics that tell the game. So often the game goes to the team that shoots better from the field, and that's exactly what happened today.
For the Basketball Champions League, this has been a whale of a season where I don't think you're going to have any complaints really from any of the clubs, certainly not that we've talked about. They've all been going after this one. And I have to say, it's not really a surprise at all that Iberostar Tenerife have won it the way they played this season. They had a couple of losses at home. And this was going to be a tough place for any other team to win. I don't think we saw Iberostar Tenerife at their best, but I think they were good enough.
Often in the final, the performance isn't at the highest level, but like you said, over the course of the season, I think Tenerife did their bit. They had a little wobble in the regular season, similar to how they have in the ACB right now, but they've regrouped, they've come back, and through the playoffs as well. Tremendous.
So the runners-up medals are going to be presented to Banvit, and also the referees. They're going to be recognized for the performance that they did. So good job for those guys tonight. Panyanis Anastopoulos and Mr. Dozai and Merrick from Poland. Andrei Zelin was the commissioner. Now, in terms of the honors going out, look at that. I think it's great to see those guys get recognized. I really do. I know they're not supposed to be the show per se, but they get some recognition. Oh, bittersweet. Well, we do get bittersweet again. Kamil Novak and Patrick Kominos are going to come out. European director for FIBA regional. Kamil Novak used to play the game himself. Patrick Kominos, who's done a whale of a job this season for the Basketball Champions League there. Seeing shaking hands with Banvit as they come up on the stage. Sasho Filipowski there, the coach, and his coaching staff being recognized. And really it's worth repeating that, you know, so many teams in this competition. 5 8-team groups in the regular season. And before that, you had the qualifying rounds. So to make it to the top 2, it's quite an accomplishment. I think certainly maybe some guys didn't perform for Banvit late in the season. Maybe if they could have raised their level a little bit, but that's basketball, isn't it? And you look at just Jordan Theodore, he's MVP of the league. Wasn't able to get it done tonight, but he'll get it done on more nights than those nights when he doesn't get it done. And I wouldn't say he had a bad game at all. I mean, he had 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, but if you don't win the game, it doesn't matter. There's Gediminas Orlik receiving his for Korkmaz. There's Jordan Theodore. He won the FIBA Europe Cup last year, and Damian Kulik, who did terrific. We'll see him at the Eurobasket without question for Poland. And Mike Taylor will be proud of him, their Poland coach, and all of his compatriots. There's Theodore. He knows it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long trip back to Van Dierma. They still got a lot to play for this season. They're 4th in the Turkish league. And interestingly, now we've got, there's Thomas Vandenspiegel and Jorge Garbajosa standing behind him. So the MVP award is going to be presented. First of all,
the MVP, el MVP, with the number con el número 13.
So the final 4 MVP is going to be Marius Grigonis. And I think we called that, didn't we? I mean, he had 18 points. He had the ball in his hands. And he is a great, great talent.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, the MVP tonight, he was the difference. When they needed it, he stepped up, made some big, big shots to them. And he averaged 9 points a game on the season, but tonight, doubled that. Absolutely, no doubt, that's the right selection.
Nice to see him with his Lithuanian flag up on the stage. And it was Thomas Vandenspiegel, the former Belgium center, who presented him with the Final 4 MVP award. And now the trophy. Patrick Kominos is going to come out, Basketball Champions League CEO. Jorge Garbajosa, he needs no introduction, but just as a reminder, on the right, there he is, the tall one. Maybe the best power forward. Well, I mean, I'm not going to claim that. I mean, Sergio Hernandez, the Argentina coach, told me the best power forward in international basketball in 2006 was Jorge Garbajosa. For the multi-skilled game that he possessed and helped Spain win that national title, or sorry, the world title in Japan. Tushbi Loretta and Iberostar Tenerife come up to receive their medals. And look at this multinational group of Iberostar Tenerife. I mean, Vitoretta, all I can say is, where's your Spanish flag? You need to have it. He's on the coaching staff of Spain's national team.
They've only got one Spanish flag. San Miguel's got it.
I gotcha. You see, Bogus has the Greek flag. Gavin White has the American flag. Mamadou Niang has the Senegalese flag. Nicola Ricciotti is the team's Argentinian and the captain. See the fans looking on. There's Baron Vasas. Javier Beran is going to go up there. He was playing great until he tore his ACL. He shakes hands with Cominos there. Abramitis. Oh, look at that. Dornekamp has his Canadian flag, and Yang there, he was terrific, wasn't he, when he came in tonight?
He changed the game in that third quarter. He came in and it was like he was going to be the MVP at one stage. He blocked a shot, he had 2 dunks, came in with another challenge as well. So you can say guys for Tenerife stepped up when they were needed as well. You know, guys like Yang, San Miguel in that first half, knocking down those 3 first half threes as well. They had step-up performances.
So Vasquez holding his son. You've got Dornekamp. You've got all those guys up there. Javier Beran waving to the crowd, to his family perhaps. Ricciotti has the Argentina flag wrapped around him. So it really is an international contingent. In fact, Tariq Kirksey has played for France's national team. And they're going to now be presented with the Champions League trophy here from Patrick Cominos. And there it is. That's what it's all about, Ricciotti. And they are passing it around. The Basketball Champions League 2017 winners, the first ever. Amazing scenes for these fans here in the Canary Islands. And as is usually the case, we are the champions. The tones of Freddie Mercury and Queen. Freddie Mercury from Feltham. There's the connection, right? Nothing like winning a title. And look at that. It's like looking at the United Nations, isn't it? Maybe that's the key. You just have to have players from everywhere. What a great place. La Hamburguesa and Progress, who was all league. Dornekamp, all league. Dragonas, Final Four MVP. Gavin White, perhaps you might say the most clutch performer in the Basketball Champions League, the way he's been able to make plays this season.
It's great to see the joy in the faces, though, isn't it? Smiles all around. This is what it means. These guys worked so hard for this.
Absolutely.
Someone stole the trophy. Oh, no.
No, that's a remake. And now they're going to bounce on the stage and cheer with their fans. How many flights? I mean, they played 16 regular season games against Tenerife, so that's 8 trips off the island in the regular season alone. And when they go somewhere, they're flying to Madrid or they're flying to Barcelona and making a connecting flight. There's a lot of time, a lot of air miles invested by these guys, not to mention the fact from the round of 16, the quarterfinals. I think it's fair to say they deserve to play at home, don't you?
Yeah, don't forget the playoffs as well. 2 more games for them on the road there. It is great that they can celebrate in front of their own fans. It's great for the fans that made an atmosphere here through this weekend as well, which has been one to remember.
Bogris, he's turning this into another great drama. The question I have for you is, will these guys go to bed tonight?
I'm not sure. It's a great party island, Tenerife as well, so no doubt they'll know some places to go.
Well, the fans look like they don't want to leave the arena. You know, if you look back at this season, I mean, do you have any closing thoughts, Lloyd, on what it's been like? I see Jordan want to go get his son. Maybe they're going to sign him to an early contract. Is that legal? Maybe the one lesson to be learned is, or to be drawn from this season through Iberostar Tenerife's eyes, is if you play like a team, anything is possible, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the key. You look at the emotion.
Look at tears of joy from Ricciotti.
Yeah. And I think absolutely, as you said, the team play from Tenerife is something to be admired. The fact that different players have stepped up on different nights. I mean, this is a team that have one guy average double figures, and I'm pretty sure after he only scored 3 points tonight, Dornkamp might have even dipped below double figure, put the double figure mark as well for the season, because he was only 10.4 coming in. So, you know, a team which has just used all 12 players. They've spread the scoring around. They've taken the loss of Javier Beran as well in their stride, but just great team basketball. And credit has to go to that man, Chus Federetta, has got his team ready to play at a level which nobody else has been able to compete with.
But there's also something to be said for Banvit and how they acquitted themselves. As you look at Gavin White, I mean, team building, putting all the pieces together, getting the right coach. Clearly it's worked for Iberostar Tenerife, because they have just been on fire this season. And their recent mini slump, perhaps in Spain, is almost to be expected. I mean, you can't be perfect all season long.
I mean, they had a similar thing in the Champions League, but they came back, they regrouped well to be able to get back on track in the regular season. And then through the playoffs, you think they lost 2 games in a row. Way back in November, they started off 3-0, and all of a sudden they're 3-2 in their own group. So you can see how they just rode that little bit of uncertainty well. So can they do the same thing? They came into this one, and I'm sure the thing as well, they've lost 4 of their last 5 in the ACB. A number of those games are after they qualified for the Champions League, and I wonder if they start having one eye on this competition, on this Final Four, knowing it's going to be here at home.
So Chus Federetta helped Spain get the bronze at the Olympics. Now he's coached Iberostar Tenerife to the greatest honor in their history, the Basketball Champions League. Bogris, all smiles. I think he's going to let everybody touch that trophy. Bring it over here, Georgios. Fran Vasquez. Javier Beran, Sharona there is doing my Sharona. It was worth all putting on the, no longer the bridesmaid though, eh? Now?
Yeah.
She's lifted the title. So Banvit will go back as we look at some of these highlights. It's really all about putting the ball in the basket, and Orlik did on this one. on this occasion. I don't know, was it a case of nerves or was it a case of not shooting the ball as well as we know they can?
Yeah, I just don't think it really clicked for them today. Banvit, they tried, they got good looks, but they just didn't quite do it. And you have games like that. Sometimes, like you said, it's the pressure, and other times just, the rings, the night, the day, whatever it might be.
They kept it close at the end. This was a big play by Kulig where Iberostar Tenerife were appealing for the travel. They didn't get it. And then again, Kulig catching the bounce pass and somehow scoring over Vasquez. That's easier said than done. And Gavin White here that was the dagger right there. That took it up to 6. It was a 3-point game, and it was at the end of the shot clock with about less than 3 seconds remaining. And he drilled it, and look at the fans, and that tells you all you need to know about that shot. They still had time, Banvit, but it just couldn't.
It just put him on such a back foot, didn't it? After that basket to open it up to 6. They needed 2 threes in the final minute, and they hadn't shot the ball well. That was the other thing. If they had missed that, it was a 3-point game. They could have kept going for 2s, and that would have worked for them. But the 3, it was a huge dagger from White.
And really, that tells the story as well. As you look at the disappointment for Banvit, again, they were able to lift the Turkish Cup, but not the Basketball Champions League. So they will have to put it behind them and be ready to go the next time. So there are going to be a lot of celebratory scenes throughout. Perhaps in the media tomorrow and the rest of the week. And it'll be interesting to see how they can build on this for the rest of the Spanish League season as well. Maybe this will spur them on to bigger things. Now they can focus only on Spain. What do you reckon? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, it's the end of the season. That the league title's probably out of the way, but still a lot to play for. Barcelona went ahead of Tenerife today because they won this weekend. So Tenerife, they're 1 game back. You're going to have to do some work to get back into the top 4 and home court advantage in the playoffs.
So there they are making history as the first team to win the Basketball Champions League and lifting the trophy. Nico Ricciotti, the Argentina international, lifting it up. And the celebratory scenes once again from La Hamburguesa, the Pabellón de Deportes de Tenerife, Santiago Martín. And I'm guessing we're not going to be doing too much sleeping tonight, Lloyd. So for Lloyd Gardner, I'm Jeff Taylor, and everybody else, well done, folks. It's been an amazing Basketball Champions League. A first season, many more to come. Thanks for watching here from Tenerife. One last time, it's Iberostar Tenerife winning it 63-59. They are the champions.
Una vez más, no se olviden, la fiesta sigue.